Good afternoon, everyone. This is the Tuesday wrap here with Barry Fair and Michael from St. Ives Cad, and I have a special guest, Steve. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Barry. Here I am off camera, but it's me, my hand.
And today we're going to be talking about potato. But before we get on to that, I am pleased to say that the curve is going down, and the Prime Minister was talking on Nine News about that not too long ago. Here's my outsider point. Here's opening sequence on this.
That's right, Barry. We've made all the right restrictions. The curve is going down, and we're all doing very well, aren't we?
Yeah, but sadly, bikies in Western Australia were busted for breaching the rules. Steve, what do you think about that?
I didn't know about the bikies. Barry, you want to tell us a bit about the bikies?
Well, the bikies were busted breaching the rules, and they were riding their bikes outside the pub in Western Australia.
Okay.
So, a warning for those who disobey social distancing rules or failure to abide by them will be severely dealt with.
And did they get fined, Barry, did they?
I think they did.
Right. Okay.
So please, guys, don't be an idiot out there. Do the right things and you'll be able to get back to a better life. Now, this is the start of week 4 of our lockdown. It's been nearly a month to the day since we closed our services. Here's my special guest to tell us about that.
So the lifestyle programs in the lifestyle centres have been shut down.
Yeah.
So all us practitioners now have to visit the houses and try the best we can to provide some sort of lifestyle support to the guys in their houses. And some houses are easier than others. Michael will probably tell you.
And Michael, what have you got to say about that?
Yeah, that's right. We're making changes because of the virus, and we're all adapting the best we can. Like you, we've all got our hobbies. It's great that you can keep doing your YouTubing, and everyone's still keeping busy.
So, the thing where us three would like to say to you on the show today, keep practicing your social distancing, wash your hands, disinfect everything. That includes your basins, your bathroom bench, your can. Well, that's another word for the you know what. and your door handles. So, and remember, 1.5 meters away, guys, and no hugging or kissing or touching. Please, none of that until the restrictions are finally lifted and the coronavirus is past. But like I've said, I am pleased that the coronavirus is slowly flattening. It will take some time. Like I've also been saying in the videos that I've brought to you, okay, please be patient. Talk to people if you if need be, and grab a pen and notepaper and write how you're feeling each day, not just one day. Here's my oscillator.
That's a great idea, Barry. A little emotional journal throughout this time. Another good way to do it is a video journal, like you've been doing.
So it's no point not sitting in your rooms, not doing anything. Because if you're feeling low, talk to someone or email someone or talk to your friends on Skype or on Zoom or on Facebook. Those of you that have Facebook. So it's very important, guys, over the next 4 weeks to really hang in there, keep doing what we're doing. Let's not break the rules and get $1,000 fine or the police knocking on the doors. Now I would like to talk about frittata today on the show. Who loves a frittata? Let me know down below here. What is frittata? Well, frittata is like a dish where you mix vegetables and eggs and cheese together and milk, and then you cook it up, cut it into wedges and serve. And what do you serve with a frittata? Salad. Now, Steve, what is your favorite frittata?
So my favourite frittata is roasted vegetables. So you know when you have a roast dinner, and you've always got, well, we always have leftover roast veggies like potatoes, sweet potato, zucchini, anything that's asparagus based, and they're great. Absolutely great. Roast vegetable frittata, and I cook it on the oven, on the top, and then I put it in the oven.
Okay, but if you've got a pan, okay, and it doesn't fit under the grill, okay, you can put the oven-proof pan in the oven.
That's right, my friend. That's what I do.
And potatoes, guys, are so easy to do, and it's a great way of using up leftover vegetables from the Sunday night or Monday night roast dinner. Now, Michael, what would you do with your leftover vegetables?
Well, that's a great idea. Put it in a frittata, but something that I used to have to add to that is chickpeas into the frittata. That's how my mother used to make it.
So if you've got any leftover veggies, guys, turn it into a delicious frittata. Or what about bubble and squeak? Now, did you ever have bubble and squeak, Steve?
Oh, absolutely. So, because I'm English, bubble and squeak was a traditional leftover, vegetable dish. Potatoes, but the key ingredient for bubble and squeak was had to have finely chopped cabbage with the potatoes. You mix it all together, pan fry it.
Oh, yum.
Absolutely beautiful.
And if you've got leftover potatoes, guys, turn them into something delicious, like fry up some potato cakes or fritters.
Yeah.
The same with the vegetables, guys. Whip up a batch of vegetable patties using the leftover vegetables and fritters and you can even make a vegetable pie without adding the meat. Okay, and you can spread the leftover mashed potato over the top, sprinkle some grated cheese over the top, and then you bake it until the potato is brown and the cheese is melted. Now, what do you think of that idea?
That's a great idea. The reason I like that idea is there's no rules about it. You can use anything you've got. Doesn't matter what it is. Yeah. You can use it.
Well, now it's time to tell you about Sydney's weather. It is beautiful out there today. Top temperature of 25 degrees, and there's more of that sunny weather on the way tomorrow and Thursday. I think might heat up. But the question I'd like to ask, will people disobey these rules and go to the beach? Let's hope not. Beaches are only open for exercise. Here's my offside.
That's right. So people get confused about what constitutes exercise, I think.
Yeah. I've seen Barry down Coco, one of our local beaches, that they have a council member go down in their high vis jacket and make sure that everyone's moving. They said you've got to be exercising or you got to get out of here. So it's good that they're being reminded.
Because you exercise.
Well, we're just about out of time here on the show at 14 minutes after 2. Just a reminder before we do say good afternoon to you, the opening speech that I delivered, okay, please keep doing what you're doing. Write an email to your friends. Talk on Skype if you've got a Skype account. Talk to your friends on Facebook and things like that. And write down some notes about how you were feeling as well. So please, we know it's frustrating as anything over the past month, but hey, once all this is all over, we can get back to having a normal life. And just a little topic before we bid you farewell. Eat well, drink well, and sleep well. And don't lie awake worrying about what tomorrow will bring. Because guys, you have to take each day as it comes. Here's my offside.
That's right. So this will all end. I think people have to remember this will all end, and we've just got to find the best way to get through it.
And
just remember, it's going to end. Not forever.
And Michael, your last question before we wrap up our program here. How has this lockdown affected you in a lot of ways at the weekend?
Yeah, a lot of ways at the weekend. Obviously, you can't socialize like we used to, but I'm managing to see a lot of friends online. And I've been lucky. My work hasn't stopped. I know a lot of people are struggling with unemployment at the moment, but I'm very lucky in that regard.
And Steve, your final question. what have you done to occupy your mind during all of
I've
this?
done a lot more dog walking. We got dogs, and we used to share the dog walking, but now I'm doing more and more dog walking. And it's interesting, actually. There's more and more people out walking than I've ever seen before, ever. Families, kids, people on bikes, looking for stuff to do. The dog walking trail used to be really quiet, and now there's 20, 30 people every time I go on. So I've been doing that, a lot of walking by myself with the dogs, because that's legal. I can do that. It's exercise.
And where would you exercise your dog?
In the bush. So I'll take them into the bush. They like to run in the bush. So,
Well, we're out of time here on the show today. Steve and Michael, thanks for coming in on the show today.
thanks for having us, Barry. It's been great.
And just a reminder, we've still got another 4 weeks of fun and games. Bring you lots of healthy food ideas. The honey and walnut sandwiches.
Ah.
And I'll just tell you how to make it. Before we head off, spread your bread with honey and then sprinkle some walnuts and then cover with the second slice of bread.
Yep.
And if you'd like to toast it in a sandwich press, you can butter the inside and outside of the bread. Cook them till golden brown, guys. Okay?
Beautiful.
And then serve. And that's the recipe idea. And to close the show today, the number that we rely on 24 hours a day, that is 000. Please do not ring that number unless it is time critical. And here's my offsider to let you know how important it is not to ring that number.
That's right, Barry. That number is just for emergency services, and it's important to keep that line clear unless it needs to be used. Is that right?
And don't just ring them up to say that you're bored, because that's not what the number is for. So on that note, it is time to say farewell to you now for this Tuesday, 21st of April. And thanks for your company today on the show. And Steve and Michael, thanks for coming in and joining me in the studio today. And plenty more YouTube videos coming your way over the next 4 weeks. This is week 4 now, and week 5 is coming up next week, week 6, and then week 7, and week 8. So let's be patient, guys, because remember, we are all in this together, and be supportive of one another, support one another, okay? Don't get frustrated, be patient, get on your phone, talk to your friends on Skype, and write them a letter. And on that note, time for us to say good afternoon to you viewers now. I'm Barry Fair. Thanks for joining us today on the show. And Steve and Michael, thanks for coming on. And we'll see you next week on the show. and we look forward to your company next time on my YouTube channel. And if you would like to subscribe, guys, all you've got to do is click subscribe on the right hand side and type in Barry Fair. All my latest videos will come up, so if you like to comment on today's show or any of my other videos, please do so. And if there's anything you'd like us to cover on the next show, please do leave a comment, like a food suggestion, tips on how to keep your mind occupied, that sort of thing. I'd like to hear from you. And now it is time to go, and it is coming up to 25 minutes after 2. You've been watching the Tuesday Wrap with Barry Fair. Thanks for your company today on the show, and we'll see you next time round on the Barry Fair program. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Australia. Good afternoon to everyone on YouTube. Have a nice rest of Tuesday. We'll see you later.